The Dragon and the Girl by Slade 824. On a dark night when the sky was littered with bright stars up in the mountains and outside the entrance of his cave lay a massive dragon named Draken, with his human companion a little girl named Freuden. The two were the most unlikely of friends, as many people in the world usually had dogs, cats, or donkeys for pets. Dragons were widely considered a dangerous threat to be killed on sight. However, Draken was not like the human-eating, livestock snatching and village-burning monstrosity everyone visualized, but rather a gentle kind of dragon that very few paid attention to. He was massive, the size of a blue whale, had bat-like wings as long as a Viking ship. He also had bright blue skin, white belly armor like a crocodilian, large horns pointed backwards, a long whip-like tail, and a big heart. Freuden, on the other hand, was a typical girl at 8 years of age with long red hair, blue eyes, and an adventurous personality with a stubborn attitude when it comes to certain situations. Even though she did not get into trouble every so often, she still managed to keep safe and listen to her friend. Draken was originally a loner like almost all dragons were, who just hang out at his cave protecting treasure that he stole or eating cattle and sheep that he stole from farmers. One night when he was out flying for a stroll, he saw a village being attacked by a red dragon. He initially planned to just ignore it until he saw it attacking a couple with a baby crying, so he dashed over and attacked the rogue. While Draken did get off to a good start, grabbing and biting the enemy, eventually the rogue got the upper hand by smacking him with his tail, sending the mighty reptile plummeting to the water. The rogue flew down in an attempt to finish him off, but Draken, even though the rogue dragon was killed, the damage he did still took its whole, as the whole village was completely burnt to the ground, and the couple had suffocated from the smoke. But their daughter managed to survive, as her face was covered by her parents' clothing. Draken knew that this infant would not be able to survive on her own, so he decided to become her guardian and take her back to his lair where he would raise her. Draken gave the child the name of Freuden, and while she was hard to take care of at first, he eventually came to grip with her, and the two developed an unbreakable bond. As she grew older, Draken was able to take Freuden to many places such as the ancient garden, where fairies ruled the land but were welcoming to dragons as long as they respect their home. The grasslands were both unicorns and Pegasus lived. Swamps where ogres dwelt in solitude, and the serpent fountain by the ocean that thrived with the aquatic relatives of dragons. However, Draken decided not to go any dragon-related places with Freuden, as he feared that other dragons would try to eat her. It was rare for dragons to let people by, as the two species have been sworn enemies for thousands of years, with the humans hating dragons for destroying their land and eating their livestock and family members, while dragons hated humans for killing their kind. As a result of this, Draken never spent time with other dragons, and Freuden never spent time with the other humans in fear of their own kinds rejecting them for interspecies bonding, no matter how much they knew how it would receive negative perceptions from others. Both dragon and girl still remained friends until the end.
Beautiful night, is it?
Asked Freuden.
Yes, Freuden. Yes, it is.
Agreed Draken.
It feels more complete when the stars shine down on us from above, giving us light when it's too dark out to see.
Freuden kept on staring up at the stars until she brought her head down and let out a sigh.
What's wrong, Freuden?
Freuden, Draken asked concerned.
I just wish that we could be like others. You know, how our kind is supposed to act according to others.
Said Freuden.
With humans being humans and dragons being dragons. But I feel that if we try to find our separate identities, then we'll be rejected for being our alleged enemies.
Draken inhaled loudly before inhaling a small amount of fire out.
That's why we have each other.
He reminded.
To keep ourselves together and ignore what others say.
Freuden smiled at Draken.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
She replied as she looked back up at the stars.
I see a pegacorn up there.
Draken looked up to see the outline of what looked up a pegacorn up in the sky. The pegacorn was the hybrid offspring of a male Pegasus and a female unicorn. Basically, anyone could describe it as a Pegasus with a horn or a winged unicorn.
You know what I see?
Asked Draken.
An orc chasing a donkey.
Freuden looked up to the outline of an ogre roaring as he chased a frightened donkey around.
Draken?
Freuden spoke.
What was life like for you when you were smaller?
Draken looked down at her with a smile.
I was a troublemaker when I was little. I would go down to the village to steal fur off the sheep. I would burn people's roofs. I stole gems from gnomes. I huffed fire at my siblings when I was asleep. So yeah, I wasn't the most well-behaved dragon in my litter.
Freuden sat thinking for a while before she spoke again.
Draken, do you think we'll always be together?
She asked.
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Answered Draken.
Someday I could get killed from an enemy, or you decide to venture out to find your own path when you grow older.
But I don't want to leave you.
Freuden said.
I want us to stay together forever.
Draken let out a loud sigh.
Some things aren't meant to last forever.
He explained.
And when the moment comes, all we can do is prepare to let time heal our wounds in order to live again.
Draken, what happens if you do get killed?
Freuden asked.
Look up at the stars again.
Draken said.
Whenever someone we know or love dies, then don't completely leave the world behind, just the bodies that lived in. The spirit goes on and heads up to the sky to become the stars that shine down on us, giving us the light when the world becomes too dark to see clearly. That way, they're still with us, even if we can't see them.
Wow,
Gasped Freuden, looking up at the stars.
do you think my parents are looking on me right now as we speak?
I'm sure they are.
Draken answered.
And I think they're proud of what you've grown up to be.
Freuden turned her head towards Draken with a smile.
I certainly wouldn't be here without you.
She stated.
My body certainly would have burnt to a crisp by that enemy dragon who attacked my home, but it wasn't because you came and saved me. Now here I am, still with you. We'll always be friends, even if we have to part our own ways, right?
Always, even if we're not together.
Draken replied as he looked up and saw the sky had gotten darker from before.
I think it's time to head in and get some sleep. We need it in order to enjoy tomorrow.
Freuden got up on her feet and headed into the cave with Draken right behind her. Before he entered, Draken took a look to see if anyone who was following them, then walked in to take a good night's rest on some nice warm treasure to get ready for the next day, waiting for them in the morning. Hello, thank you for listening. This is Spider-Man as the narrator, and thank you for Freddy as Frindon and Reese as the dragon. If you liked my video, hit that like button, and if you want to follow my future clips, hit that subscribe button, and hopefully I'll do it again. Thank you.